Have you heard of the military diet? It's a diet that claims to help you lose up to 10 pounds in just 3 days. Is that even possible? Let's find out. Horns up and welcome to a brand new episode of Headbanger's Kitchen. Today we're going to be doing the military diet. I recently came across this 3-day diet that claims to help you lose up to 10 pounds in 3 days. I mean, that's ridiculous. And this diet has the most peculiar and bizarre menu, including things like boiled eggs, dried toast, cans of tuna fish, and ice cream of all things. In fact, I will put up the diet on the screen somewhere wherever there's place, but it is basically a sort of calorie deficit plan. I'm going to put this diet to the test and see if I can lose weight, how much weight do I lose, how do I feel, and whether or not it is even worth trying. Now, during this 3-day diet, I'm going to try and burn calories that I do on a daily basis, which is 650 calories. So I will either do that by my HIIT workouts, playing some drums, or doing my weight training, whatever I'm in the mood for. And I will follow the diet pretty much to the T. So yeah, there's nothing else left to do but to kick things off. So let the games begin. Actually, I should change that to let the diet begin. It's day 1 of the military diet, and of course I weighed myself first thing in the morning, and I am starting this military diet at 69.7 kilograms. I've also got my breakfast here with me, which is a cup of black coffee and half a grapefruit and a slice of toast with 2 tablespoons of peanut butter. And I must confess, I've already had 1 cup of coffee because I kind of wake up early in the morning at 7:30, so I have a cup of coffee then. It's about 10:30 now and I'm having breakfast. So this is the only sort of deviation from the military diet, which is my 1 cup of coffee when I wake up and an extra one, I guess, now with breakfast. Also, I don't think I've ever tasted grapefruit before in my life, and you do get them in India but not very easily available. So I ended up buying an American grapefruit from a fancy supermarket, which cost me 117 rupees, which is about $2, and it's not even like a giant size grapefruit, it is the size of my palm. So I'm gonna taste that for the first time now. And also, who designed this 2 tablespoons of peanut butter? Have you ever first of all tried taking peanut butter out with like a tablespoon measure? It's ridiculous. Why can't you use grams? Also, it's a lot of peanut butter for 1 toast. But anyway, I'm going to follow it, and of course I want to taste this for the first time in my life. An American grapefruit. Whoa! Oh, that is awful. Ugh. Okay. That is going to be, I'm glad it's half a grapefruit and not an entire one. That is sour and it has an awful bitterness to it, but I'm going to treat it like medicine and eat it. And I'm going to go enjoy my breakfast now, and I will check in with you guys at around lunchtime. It's time for lunch, and on the menu is 1 cup of black coffee, half a can of tuna fish, and a toast. And guys, who measures tuna fish in a cup? Why would you just not give me like the number of grams? Like, is it a heaped cup? Is it like a leveled cup? I don't get this metric system. Anyway, I'm going to weigh this out and I'll catch up with you soon. So guys, basically half a cup of tuna can either be 85 grams or it can be 105 grams. It really depends on how tightly you pack the tuna into the cup. So it really makes no sense to say half a cup of tuna. Just say 100 grams of tuna or 1 full can of tuna, because it was 1 full can of tuna. So here is my lunch, and if I'm being honest, it does not look very appetizing at all. Plain tuna, no mayo, no butter, the bread without any butter on it. I mean, I put a little bit of the tuna brine. It's not a tuna and oil, it's a tuna and brine. They don't even say what kind of tuna you're supposed to have. You're supposed to have tuna with oil in it, tuna with brine, tuna with water, tuna, not tune. And I will say this though, it's 2:30 in the, well, almost 3, it's quarter to 3 in the afternoon, and breakfast, while it was tough to swallow down, that bitter grapefruit and even the peanut butter and toast got really like, well, I mean, it's peanut butter and toast, you can only eat so much of it. It was really filling, and it has kept me going all the way till right now. So in terms of being full, it did the job. It was not a pleasurable experience though, more functional I would say, and that looks to be the case here as well. So anyway, I'm going to go and eat now, and I will check in with you guys later. Guys, this is horrible. It is. Why is this called the military diet? This should be called the prison diet, because if you've done something bad in your life, this is what you should be eating. It is so difficult to just swallow this down, like dry toast, dry tuna. That's why you have to have the coffee to just wash it all down. Oh, ooh. Well, it's only 3 days, so power through. My dear American friends, I really like you guys, but can we please stop the madness of measuring vegetables in cups? It makes no sense whatsoever. Tonight's dinner has a cup of green beans. What does that even mean? The beans don't even fit into the cup, so do I squash them in? If I stand them upright, they stick out. How do you do it? If I chop them, I can fill more. Is it volume? Is it weight? What are you doing? And it's going to get worse, because I have to measure carrots in this, I have to measure broccoli in this. Why would you do that? Why can't you just measure it in grams like a normal person does? Like, get a small kitchen scale and weigh things out. It makes so much sense. Anyway, I just got back from drumming in the studio, and I will say I was a wee bit more tired today than I normally am. So obviously it might be the lack of calories, in the diet. And also I had another black coffee at around 5 o'clock in the evening. So a little cheat there, but again, no calories. So hopefully it won't affect, the plan as such. Anyway, I'll check in with you at dinner. Dinner is served, and it is truly an extravagant 3-course meal. I got to start off with half a banana and a small apple, which I ate a little earlier at about 7:30 when I got home after my drumming session. And now I'm eating my main course, which is the green beans, which I just boiled in water, and a single chicken breast. Now thankfully they didn't say 1 cup of chicken breast, they said 3 ounces. But they didn't specify whether it was cooked or raw. So I just went with 1 chicken breast, which is about a little more than 3 ounces, not too much more. Because, where am I going to store like a quarter of a chicken breast? You know what I mean? Because if I took exactly 3 ounces, I'd have like this little piece left over. So I'm taking that liberty here. And I just pan fried the chicken with some low calorie seasoning on it. Just like one of those sort of barbecue rubs. And I'm going to get to have dessert as well. 1 whole cup of vanilla ice cream. So I will have that after I finish eating this, and with that, day 1 will be concluded. And I feel okay so far. It's just that each meal seems to be breakfast was abysmal, lunch was worse, dinner is more promising, mainly because the chicken is moist, juicy, because I'm sure I cooked it properly. The beans are soft and tender. Ice cream is ice cream, and fruits are fruits. There's no dry toast without butter and canned tuna fish. Anyway, enough jibber jabber from me. I will check in with you guys tomorrow. It's day 2, my friends, and it's time for breakfast. It's 10 a.m. in the morning. I did wake up and have a cup of black coffee. And now I'm going to eat breakfast, and on the menu today is a slightly more appetizing half a banana. So thankfully no grapefruit today, though I don't know what to do with the other half of the grapefruit. What sense does it make? what am I going to do with that? Anyway, I've got my half a banana and I've got one egg with one slice of toast. Now they don't, obviously you can't use oil, but I did spray the pan with one of those pan sprays just a little bit so that the egg doesn't stick. And while the egg was cooking, I actually threw the bread on top of the egg so that it soaks up some of the egg yolk, because otherwise, it'll be a really dry piece of toast like yesterday, and I do not want to relive that experience of eating tuna and toast. Anyway, someone's at the door. I'm gonna go enjoy my breakfast and check in with you guys later. Cheers. It's lunchtime, guys, and I cannot control my excitement because this menu is getting more and more exciting as we go along. Lunch today is 2 rice crackers with 50 grams of cheddar cheese and 1 egg. Now that's actually not the original menu. You're actually supposed to have 5 saltine crackers, 1 cup of cottage cheese and 1 egg. Now in India, well, you don't get the European cottage cheese and it wasn't available in my supermarket, and I refused to eat paneer, which is actually not a cottage cheese. But on the websites, on one of the websites, they said as a substitute you can have cheddar cheese, and instead of saltine crackers you can have rice cakes. Of course, the smart guys who designed this do not tell you exactly how much cheddar cheese. They just said 1 slice. Now 1 slice could be 5 grams, it could be 15 grams, it could be 25 grams. So anyway, I checked, and mainly what they say is the calorie should be the same. So 100 grams of cottage cheese basically equates to 50 grams of cheddar cheese in calorie amounts, and 5 saltine crackers are about 65 calories. And I bought these rice cakes that I found in my supermarket, which are 26 calories per cake. So 2 of these should be in the ballpark, 52, 65, it's all good. So, and of course I was not going to let my lunch be a plain Jane. So what I did was, I took that cheddar cheese and threw it into a frying pan. I just let the cheese melt down. I beat the egg and I poured it into the frying pan, and I basically made myself a delicious scrambled egg with 2 rice crackers for lunch. And now I'm going to enjoy it because this looks more appetizing than having 1 cup of cottage cheese with 5 saltine crackers and 1 egg, or even just eating plain cheddar cheese with 1 boiled egg and 2 crackers. This looks far more appetizing. Anyway, that's enough out of me. I will see you later at dinner. It's time for dinner, guys, and the menu doesn't get any more gourmet than this. For dinner today, I get to have half a banana, which I actually ate after my lunch because I was craving something sweet and I was a bit hungry as well. So the banana didn't make it to dinner. I'm allowed half a cup of carrots, which I ate at around 5:30 in the evening because I was hungry and I was not very happy about having to measure my carrots in a cup once again. Now for dinner, I am having 2 hot dogs without the bun and a cup of green beans. Now in the original menu, it's not green beans, it's a cup of broccoli. But the thought of measuring broccoli in a cup just gave me nightmares, so I decided to stick with beans. But I'm kidding. American friends, I love you, but seriously, you have to stop measuring broccoli in cups. But it's not broccoli season here in India, and the vegetable vendor who I go to said he did not have good broccoli, so no broccoli tonight. And also, why do you call this a hot dog? This is a sausage. You put a sausage in a bun and that's a hot dog. Anyway, 2 sausages for dinner with green beans, and I get to have half a cup of vanilla ice cream for dessert. So overall, the day has been okay. To be very honest, I did struggle a bit with energy today, but that is expected, I guess, when you drop your calories so much. Especially during my drumming session in the evening, I felt a lot more fatigued today than I did yesterday. Also, after lunch, I was fairly hungry as compared to yesterday after that tuna fish and the toast. But anyway, I'm going to go and eat my dinner now, and I look forward to tomorrow, the last and final day. That's not a bad sausage. That's what she said. Bye. Day 3, ladies and gentlemen, the final day of the military diet, and it is pouring in Mumbai city today, and breakfast is a treat. I've got one apple for breakfast with 2 rice cakes and 1 slice of cheddar cheese. What is a slice of cheddar cheese? I don't even know, but I had to Google it. It's about 22 grams of cheese. So anyway, the actual breakfast is the saltine crackers, but I replaced it with the rice cakes. And to make it a little more interesting, I put the cheese on top of the rice cake and I baked it in the oven. So I've got a nice melted cheese rice cake. Anyway, I'm going to go and enjoy my breakfast now, and I will check in with you at lunch, at dinner, and then it's all over. See you soon. The makers of this diet really saved the best stuff for the last day. I mean, today's lunch is in stiff competition with that dry piece of toast and tuna fish that I ate on day 1. And today's lunch is 1 slice of bread or toast with 1 egg, cooked however you like. But you know what? I looked at this as a challenge, and I decided, let this lunch not be as bad as that dry toast with tuna fish. I mean, I don't know how I would have salvaged that, but today I decided to try and salvage this lunch. What I did was I took the egg, I broke it in a bowl, and then I put some salt and pepper, I beat it, and then I soaked the bread in that egg. Yes. And then on a non-stick pan with just 1 spray of pan spray, I basically made myself a French toast. And so today's lunch is a French toast. So not too bad. It looks fairly decent. It looks like I'll be able to swallow it without too much effort, unlike that dry piece of toast with tuna fish. But let me give it a taste. This is edible. I mean, if I was making French toast, I would have cooked it in some butter. I would have probably put some chopped onion and coriander to make a masala French toast. But hey, beggars can't be choosers. No, wait, why am I even saying that? I'm not begging for anything. I'm begging for weight loss. No, I'm not really. I'm just doing this for fun, though this is not really fun at all. Anyway, enough jibber jabber. I will see you soon. So as per the original menu, tonight's dinner is half a banana, 1 whole cup of tuna from the can, and 1 cup of vanilla ice cream. I mean, does it get better than that or what? In fact, I think there are a bunch of guys sitting in a room somewhere just laughing at people trying this diet. Anyway, the half a banana, I had that at 6 o'clock because I was hungry. And in fact, I didn't just eat half the banana, I ate the entire thing because I'm not going to keep half a banana lying around in my house. And plus, it was a smallish banana, so I ate the entire thing. My dinner is a cup of tuna fish, and since my tuna fish can did not fill up the entire cup, I decided to take a little bit of liberty and add 1/4 of a teaspoon of barbecue sauce, 1/4 teaspoon of mustard, and 1/4 teaspoon of mayo, along with some of the spring water in which the tuna was, so that it's not dry and I can at least swallow it. And finally, after this, I will have the vanilla ice cream, and it will be the end of this 3 days of military diet. I must also add that even though it's only 7:30, I am very far away from actually reaching my exercise goal of the day. I have literally had no energy during the entire day, and like yesterday, it was a struggle to get through some of my exercise and my drumming. Today, I just can't even bring myself to do it. So I'm really feeling the effects of the calorie deficit and obviously the weight loss. But hey, nobody said this was going to be easy. Anyway, enough jibber jabber. I will share my final thoughts with you tomorrow. This is possibly the saddest plate of food I have eaten in my entire life. Second only to a can of tuna with a dry toast. I had to put a little more mustard into this, some salt, some pepper, and even a little bit of the barbecue sauce. it was inedible. It's a little better now, but still, not fun. Anyway, later. It's day 4, and ladies and gentlemen, the military diet is finally over. And I weighed myself this morning and I was 67.9 kilograms, which means in 3 days I lost a total of 1.8 kilograms or 3.96 pounds. So let's just round it off and say I lost 4 pounds. So I didn't lose the advertised 10 pounds, but I think the wording is up to 10 pounds. So I did lose weight. I didn't really enjoy it. I mean, it was okay the first day, the second day was a little less enjoyable, and by the third day, I couldn't wait for this to be over. But what is going to be important is to see if the weight comes back and how quickly it comes back. Obviously, they've got some guidelines of how you should eat about 1500 calories only for the next 4 days and then repeat the process if you want to lose more weight. However, I feel I've learned enough already to not need to do that. So what are my final thoughts on the military diet? As I have said in the vlog, I really think this should be renamed the prison diet, and this definitely should be fed to all the criminals, because this is called really serving your sentence. I mean, it is not a pleasurable way of eating at all. It is sort of seem to be based on a lot of pseudoscience, and it really to me resembles things like the General Motors diet which came out in the 90s. And more often than not, people try and do diets like this, lose weight very quickly for 3 days and then immediately go back to bad eating habits, and the weight comes on faster and it is harder to get off the next time. So would I recommend this diet? Absolutely not. Unless you've got a YouTube channel like mine and you want to do it as an experiment. Or if you are in desperate need to just kickstart some kind of weight loss. But at the end of the day, fitness is forever. You know, the only time you can sort of kick back and forget about what you eat and the exercise you do and whether you're fit or not is the day you die. So in a nutshell, the military diet gets a no-go from me. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Headbangers Kitchen, and I'd love your suggestions for more food challenges that I should try. Leave me a comment below and let me know. So anyway, till the next time, cheers and keep eating. Ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed this video, please hit that thumbs up button and check out another video of ours. Maybe listen to some of my music. Enjoy.